In our last session, Hayes overheard a nighttime conversation between Sargal and the Justice Sail. Our conversation was a bit of a generous word, as it seems the Sail was prodding in a particular direction, and Sargal wasn't liking it. Keeping this in mind, Hayes returned to his sleep, but tried to convince Sargal that Sail meant well in his own ways, overcompensating perhaps. The next morning, everyone was gathered again for a rebriefing on the mission, as everyone got ready. It was still early in a prison where they convened. Sail emphasized that, one could get creative in terms of what one needed to find evidence, and he and Sargal would take the back route while the others went in from the front, presumably to try and seek the cooperation of anyone who was there and possibly distract those who might interfere with this investigation. Legitimacy is always a tricky part when dealing with governors, especially when one is not sure what to expect. And so, with a certain amount of subterfuge, the group entered the scene. Things took a slightly different turn when they entered what seemed to be a picture-perfect pastoral avenue of gardens, a rustic mansion, and shortly after that, Lady Ludia Strathern, the wife of Navar, in a gracious and hostess mood, bringing in the party and immediately flourishing them with scones and various small talk about the weather and other details. The group couldn't help shake the feeling that something was off as they examined Navar's calligraphy, got some details of his supposed involvement in intellectual property affairs in one of the wheels of Mechanus while the children were away in schooling. Things came to a whole halt when, finally tiring of the pleasantries and social graces, Adam decided to start vandalizing some part of the property, the tapestries in particular, after the ink fascinated him. To everyone's surprise, the ink responded in a particularly organic fashion and started spilling out. And shortly after, the mansion was plunged into a nightmare scene of locked doors, growing darkness, and shadowy things of ink seeping out through the tapestries. Rosa vaguely recalled something of the legends of her homeland of Mythalgaring, where a prophet once asked to be cremated and his ashes included into the pigments, that future generations might still be guided by his teachings. Vithalanos has a less positive understanding of this, and this is all quite new to everyone as things devolve into a panicked retreat, with the announcement of some kind of a system reset engaging in 10 counts. Rose managed to dispel whatever was currently hindering Lady Ludia's thought process, but getting her out was a whole different matter, to which some matter of brutality was resorted to. Adam switched to Balasar, who in his state of confusion still managed to push a way forward through the rooms in which he witnessed no shadow seeping, and eventually went through a chapel, a reading room, and then a study room, where he and Hayes tried to grab as much written evidence as they could in the form of tomes and research journals and notes. Meanwhile, Sargal returned from the back to start opening the way back out through his gate abilities. Alarmingly, Sail was not with him, and the injured Sargal maintained that Sail's last orders were they get out of here immediately. Verity decided to go chase after the justice himself, asking everyone to retreat while they could. No one knows what happened to Verity after, but he was last seen heading down to the cellars with a blazing sword. It is with this somber tone of affairs that the group returns to the prison to find that barely any time has passed since. And this is where we start for today.
Okay.
Sargal shakes his head, like wiping some of the blood encrusting over his face out and closing his clenched fists. That was too close.
Indeed.
You find yourself standing in one of the stone rooms that's fairly soundproof and intended for secrecy purposes if needed. There's a knock on the door outside from the designated guards. Is everyone all right in there?
Hayes will have a quick look around to everyone. From the look of things, the only really injured person is Sagal and the lady herself, right?
Mm-hmm. The lady is currently unconscious. There's like a trident around her neck, and she's bleeding from the face because part of the lip has been split from the kick.
The trident should be off her neck now, considering she's passed out.
Okay. Shall we open the door?
Yes.
Okay. The two guards open the door, and you can see that they are the same sort of wardens that were posted outside your sleeping quarters the other night.
Mm-hmm. Grim news.
Was it success?
The Justice and Officer Verity did not make the return trip. This one requires medical attention, and then Hayes will gesture to lady whose name I can't remember. Lucida.
By the 9 hells, we lost 2 officers?
Further investigation must be conducted. Their whereabouts at this point are unknown.
Snap to it, he calls to the other one. Yes, sir. And he moves to retrieve the lady Ludia. For medical attention.
Yes. Hayes will look to Sagal. Are you well enough to make a report?
Report?
Indeed. Recount the events that you experienced.
Can't you all do that?
We were not where you were.
All I can say is the whole thing was a trap. We went in, there was some kind of a mirror that wasn't quite a mirror, or tapestry, something, and Sile got too close and got dragged in.
I see.
Hayes, I'll let you make a roll.
Sure. What manner of roll?
A roll. D20.
Oh. My intelligence does not have modifiers. That's a 1.
Okay.
Damn.
So that's all I can tell, and as the next is what I told you all. We had to get out after.
Very well.
Can Rose ask, is that mirror the thing that injured you? How do you get injured?
Things came out after that. I don't really know what they were, and Rose, I'll let you make another roll as well.
Hayes will create a minor illusion of just random shadow things, specifically not the ones that they saw. So like maybe the ones that we did see, plus like a bunch of extra arms or something. Did they look like this?
Yeah, something like that.
Can I check if he has a look of surprise? Oh, I've seen that before, or Surprise! Oh, that's convenient. I'm gonna say yes.
As in you don't trust him?
No.
Yes.
Just
Now
to
Hayes
double
has
check.
reason to not trust him because this is not what we saw. It was something like what we
Okay.
saw. So,
Insight, go ahead.
Okay, insecret.
yes, authority.
That's 24.
Okay,
Yeah.
he does look, he does seem rather nervous about all of this and such. And Alara, you think you smell a rat here, coming from a place where sometimes sudden promotions occur.
Sagal, there's something you're not telling us.
What? Look, you all have your report to do. I need to bring word to the directors. This has all gone belly up. They'll want to know.
Sagal,
Will you return?
this is the only time you're going to be able to tell us exactly what you're going to tell the directors.
Do we need to go somewhere more private, Sakal?
I'm going to tell the directors that one of their own is missing the right word. I don't know. Something wasn't right there at all.
Can I floor him?
Wow.
Make an attack roll.
Can I attempt to prevent this
Yeah,
flooring?
can I prevent this as well?
It's
Can I
nine.
help Hayes then?
You hit him with a quarterstaff?
He
Really?
said
Oh,
make an
thank you.
attack roll. He said to make an attack roll. So
Can I
Oh wait, no,
move
that's
to
the wrong
block?
one. Sorry, I'm Belisar.
Can I move to block? Or at least help Hayes to
Aha.
block?
You two are busy talking to Sagal, so I'd say no.
Damn.
24.
Balasar, how do you floor him?
I wanna, you know that judo move where you swipe under someone's feet from behind and then you push them forward with like your forearm? I do that. Yeah. I floor him.
Okay. Balasar, you sweep the leg out of Sagal. He's going, so they need to know what and he goes like, he goes toppling over and smashes against the floor like face first.
I
Rose
step on
is
his
going to shout to Balasar, "What are
I
you
start-
doing?"
I step on his back and then I apply like a lot of pressure and then I lean in. I lean in a little closer, like bend down a little, and then I go, answer the lady's question.
That's what I'm doing, you bloody
This one does not believe that was necessary. And Hayes will put a claw on Balasar's shoulder.
I look at Alara again, and then I go, ask him the question again.
I shake my head at Balasar and I go, that was too much force. Get off. He was answering it.
He was trying to get away.
He can't get away unless we let him. Get off.
He's avoiding
Do
your
you want
question.
to be put in the brig? Not everything has to amount to violence. We have enough of that already.
Balasar, I thank you, but I think there's probably another way to go about this.
I let my foot off the guy's back.
Are you done yet?
I put my hand out to help him up.
Can Rose try to ask him in Abyssal?
I mean,
In
don't ask if you
Infernal.
can try, just do it.
Yeah, so she's gonna try to ask him in Abyssal. She's gonna
Do you mean Abyssal or Infernal?
Infernal. She's gonna speak like softly to him and ask him.
There's no
Do you-
softly about this, since
Okay.
you're in a room with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then just infernal is fine. So she's going to say, do you need to speak somewhere more privately? Someone listening in.
No, just back.
Wait, you were going to say that? Are you saying Governor Navar is missing completely and irrevocably?
I didn't see any sign of him in that place. Didn't smell him.
This one believes that the governor was not there.
I'm inclined to agree. What you and Balasar disappeared for a while inside the house. What did you see? Did you manage to gather any information? Obviously, you've gotten bags of what's in there.
There were suitcases in the study in the midst of being packed. This one believes that in questioning the lady, we will be able to garner additional information.
Does it look like it's been a while? Or recent?
There was clarification. Was there dust in that room?
Yes.
Dust had gathered.
Mm.
It was not recent. Then again, we do not know how long the house was in that state.
Sagal doesn't take Alara's hand, but he does slowly pick himself up.
Sagal, when was the last time you encountered Governor Navar?
Oh gosh, you want dates? Is it?
Indeed.
Uh,
Take your time.
Before he went out to deliver the findings, I suppose.
Wasn't the book published about a century ago?
No, not. Is it?
Like,
okay,
out of
knowledge,
character.
it was not a century ago.
When was it published exactly? Out of
It
character?
seems to have been published about 6 years ago.
6 years. For some reason, I thought it was like a century. Okay. Okay.
When was the
the other
final
book.
report? Do we have a date on that?
Sorry?
When was this final report that Sagal was talking about? Do we have a date on that?
Well, give me a moment. I may be confusing something.
Isn't there only one book?
There's other books, right?
There is another book that he is interested to acquire.
Okay, sorry, could you rephrase? What was the question again?
Whose question?
When was the last time you encountered Governor Navar?
Okay, that one he said 6 years ago or so.
Okay. I'm gonna take back the century-old one, and I'm like,
Okay, the reports that were delivered do seem to coincide with that time.
Okay, and that was the last time he encountered Navar, which is also the time of the final report. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Very well. Will you return after you make your report?
I'll see what they say, if they continue to need my help there, or if they need something more urgently done about this.
Will you be able to assist us in how will we contact you if we need to return, either to Governor Navar's home or the astral plane?
I'll find you if the governor see fit to do so. I mean, the directors.
was that a DM accident or an actual slip of the tongue on his part?
I'll say that's DM accident, sorry.
Damn. Okay.
Can Rose argue a bit? She wants to. Yeah. Could you please come back? She's going to say to Sagal. I don't think we can. I think we need to go back and find Verity. as soon as possible in Sael.
Okay. Question. To my knowledge, if officers are missing and everything, can we get the proper like, do we need him to go back to Governor Navar's place? Or are there other methods that Hayes knows about that we can?
Okay, let's see. The Harmonium takes a more serious view about the officers going missing and such,
Yes.
and they might gather a search force.
Okay.
The Mercy Killers are more neutral on this, like they tend to allow for a longer time before deciding something needs to be done.
Really? Even with the account, like, yes, we were there, and then these shadows happened, and then they were missing, and this is the eyewitness
The Mercy
account of what
Killers tend
happened.
to be of the opinion that
They can sort
they're
themselves
tougher,
out.
they're tougher stuff, so
Okay.
they tend to give, like, you know, it's a bit of a sink or swim kind of thing with them.
All right. Fair
What
enough.
about for Mercy Killers, for example, if a member of theirs disappears and the only person who saw that disappearance is with us and decides to go away, is that okay? Since the only witness could also be a suspect?
Alara wouldn't know this.
Like, question out of character.
Alara wouldn't know this regarding the Mercy Killers. For Hayes, they would probably, for Hayes, as far as you know, Mercy Killers tend to try and detain.
Interesting.
Okay. Knowing that,
Mercy Killers tend to have less issues with detaining people even on just suspicion alone.
okay. Good to know. Okay. Knowing that, Hayes will say, Sagal, I'm afraid you will not be able to leave until I make my report. Is that acceptable to you?
Who will bring word to the directors?
You, in good time.
Can we send Zigzag for that? Oh no, he's gone.
No, Zigzag is a fool who has misplaced himself.
Yeah, Zigzag is not. Don't know.
You can see Sagal getting visibly antsy over this. It's like, do I need to follow you to this report?
It will be expected.
I'd say the directors asked me to help you, and I brought you there and all that, and this is starting to get into a whole different matter.
It would seem so. It would seem that this matter goes a lot deeper than the directors initially feared.
I like clarification from them.
Think.
Maybe one of us can follow him.
Considering we were part of that, would it be
direct-
safe to say that I direct the question to Hayes that we will also be suspect? Question mark.
Perhaps. But it is unlikely.
So, Gal, what do you think your director's response to this would be?
Never second guess a superior officer. He recites like a mantra.
Huh. And what do you want to get out of this?
I'm just doing my job.
And if that job includes them removing you of their service?
What is Alara trying to angle at here?
That because I guess if the project is over or something, that they would terminate his service and him as well as part of a broken project.
He growls a bit here. I would rather be with what I'm comfortable with.
Duly noted.
Alara, you may make an insight here.
Bill. Inside. 15.
Okay, you know some people take the whole job security thing very seriously. And in this case, it seems like he might have some concerns about what would happen if he was suddenly no longer part of something relevant.
I look at Hayes, and then I go.
Can you open the portal again?
Later, after I talk to the directors, maybe?
Can you open it now?
That would be unwise.
No.
Why not? Do you need to recover?
I think we all bloody need to recover.
Or can you not open it now?
This one is in agreement. We should not head back before questioning the lady.
I agree. Also, we need to find more information about what that thing was.
What they say.
Will turn to Sagal. This one will not detain you against your will. However, this one also would rather not have to go to the astral plane to apprehend you should the Mercy Killers request your personal testimony. Perhaps informing the directors can wait for until that is finished.
Persuasion check.
I don't think Hayes is very good at that.
We can try.
Ooh, yeah, that's a -1.
Oh my god.
Is one of you at least going to vouch for my safety?
This one
I will.
do so.
I will.
Yeah, Rose lifted her hand too.
No.
That's okay, Balazar. You can stay there.
The Hellhound could have opened the gate and left without us. He did not.
Yes, Sagal blink a bit at this and looking around at a lot of you. And,
He's like, damn, I could have.
Thanks. I suppose I never thought about it that way.
Come, we should see the state that the lady is in.
I agree.
Perhaps you should not be there. He says, looking at Fira and Balazar.
Should I stay out of it?
Fira has just been like gathering, has been just taking in deep breaths, like calming herself and all that. She just nods. I really don't want to have much to do with that lady again.
I nod back at her.
Are you telling us to go on a walk for a while?
No, Balazar, no walking.
Well, if
Balazar?
you are going to deal with the lady and I and her are not supposed to be there, doesn't that mean that we should leave?
This one would prefer if you had to set out again.
If you what?
What he means, Balazar, is you do not need to be directly involved. You remember that you kicked her in the face while she was still conscious. We just do not want her to remember that and see you, alright?
Didn't you ask him to do that?
Request?
I'm so sorry. I'm really, really so very sorry. I thought that you would know how to do things. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry, alright? Just... Can you... Balazar, I know how you feel. I want to go back and find Verity too, but let's do this one thing at a time. whatever has happened there, it probably won't get any worse. We'll be going there soon. And she looks at Sagal.
Oh,
Hopefully.
out of
I was
character.
looking elsewhere.
Out of character. Where were we meant to meet Aram?
Kian, can you clarify on this one?
You have your helmet.
Yes.
Just
Wrist
beep
band
around.
thingy. City barracks. He'll be at the city barracks.
Okay.
So we're supposed to call Aram? Like, yo, where you at?
On our way to the lady who is supposedly receiving medical attention.
Presumably she's in the infirmary inside the prison.
Okay. Hayes will
So
attempt
not
to
far
use,
away.
Yeah, will use his communications bracelet to try to contact Officer Aram. Do I have his number?
Okay.
Everybody has his number.
Hello, good morning, Verity. Top of the morning to you. And Shiros, how are you doing?
This is the other one. Unfortunately, Officer Verity has...
Oh, pressing matters, dashing heroics.
One could say that.
All right then. How can I assist you with, my large-scaly friend?
Is it possible to change our location of meeting to the prison? Things have come up.
Change of scenery, why not?
Very well.
Do get a room that's more than just grey, though.
To Hayes' knowledge, do such rooms exist in the prison?
No.
This one is fairly certain that such a thing does not exist in the prisons.
Figure of speech, my friend.
Ah, very well. Okay, very good, very good.
How urgent is this?
To my knowledge, how long is it until we're
How
scheduled?
urgent is this?
No, like from Hayes's, like when are we supposed to meet?
Not much time has passed at all, so quite a few hours.
Oh, okay. The sooner you're able to come, the better.
Quite right then.
Shall I expect you soon?
Give me a moment. I need to wash up a bit.
Understood.
What are the rest of you doing in the meantime?
Waiting for Hayes to give orders. Essentially,
There's nothing we can do.
We're just
waiting.
walking toward the infirmary, I think.
Probably.
I mean,
where-
nothing we can do that
Wait.
doesn't anger the rest of the party.
Wait.
I edit.
I'm going to ask Hayes.
No.
While we're doing this, where should these two go to wait? Is there a training room where they can go to spa or something? Because I feel like if they just sit down, they'll get into trouble.
Ace, the answer is no. The prison,
Does
the
not
prison.
have...
But starting to use their facilities like people use the great gymnasium is asking for trouble.
This one believes perhaps the best course of action is for them to take a walk.
I look at the
Do
two.
you have a method of contacting each other?
Unfortunately, no.
I could take a walk too.
Who said that?
Sagal.
Sagal, unfortunately,
I'm afraid you will be required.
considering that that one has made transgressions against you, I don't think you should be working together at the moment.
I didn't say together.
Yes, you'll be needed here anyway.
Oh god, I can only hunter's mark one of you.
It is okay. To my knowledge, is there an appropriate place for us to go and file a report for missing justice?
You can inform the receptionist. I
Okay.
mean, because you're not part of the Mercy
Yeah.
Killers, you probably shouldn't be running to find their high ups.
Okay.
Mm.
Given the reaction of the guards, right? Should we did they indicate that we should be doing anything?
They trust you know what you're doing. This is the prison. It's not very flammable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We check the lady, and then we will go give the report to reception.
I look at Belisar and Fira and I say, right, considering they don't have any facilities here, I'm trusting both of you to be back here within an hour. Do you understand?
Rose gives a long sigh.
This is a request, and I'm trusting that you would listen.
Kira nods. All right, whatever you say, lady.
Thank you.
Rose looks to Belisar, kind of like giving him the look that says, she's gonna give him like a thumbs up and like unsure smile, like, yeah, okay, right, 1 hour,
Oh, awkward.
right, thumbs up.
1 hour.
Right, 1 hour it is.
Wait, does Sagal think he's walking too?
It was worth a shot.
I give that face like, fuck, bro.
Nice try, but okay, off to the infirmary.
All right. You arrive there not before long. Lady Ludia has like the injured side of her face patched up. The wound is closed over from some simple healing magic. As one officer is standing over, one officer is sitting in the chair opposite her, and there's a cup of tea in between. At the officers, and well, the Mercy Killers shake their heads. I am afraid she's not going to be answering any questions without her lawyer present.
That's
Very
fine.
well.
But know that
How long
she's
would that take?
impeding investigation at the moment, and it's vital that we find her husband and her 2 children.
Ludia takes one of the notes from the officers and scribbles something, handing it back to them. And the Mercy Killer looks uncomfortable and looks at the rest of you. Lady Strathburn has no objections if you wish to enlighten her on matters, but currently her stance on questions still stands.
How long would
There
it
you
take for a lawyer to get here?
An hour or within that, it would seem, given the particular individual she has requested.
Have you enlightened the lady on what date it is right now?
I don't know anything.
Okay. Then we'll keep the dates under wraps until the lawyer gets here. I would like to know what year she thinks it is.
No, I think Hayes is willing to give out some information.
No,
the
no, I want to
background.
know what year she thinks it is first.
Lady Strathern taps the pen again against the paper. She will not be answering questions without the presence of her lawyer.
That's fine.
Very well.
Do you think we can take this chance to at least?
What did her first message say? She will not be answering questions, but
Without her lawyer,
Mhm.
but she is not adverse if someone is willing to bring her up to date.
very well. Then
Yeah,
this
Rose
one,
is going to.
this one will explain the reason we are searching for Governor
Okay.
Navar.
Okay, I need this explanation to be in character
Okay.
because context is important and all that.
Okay. 6 years ago, your husband was involved in some morally questionable experiments. The short story is he was assigned to bring word of their cancellation. Recently, we have discovered that the experiments were not cancelled, and when the current directors were questioned, it would seem that your husband did not relay the message as he was supposed to. We wish to seek him to find out more about his side of the story, which is what led us to your home and the destruction thereafter. Does she say anything?
She frowns a bit at this and takes the pencil, scribbling it as the Mercy Killers are taking their own notes. She has written one word on the paper and well, she seems innocent question mark. She seems to be asking if you think her husband is innocent.
This one does not have enough information to find out, but it would seem that someone has... Oh no, my screen died. Okay, it's back up. It would seem that someone has gone through great lengths to ensure that your husband would not be able to be found.
She blinks a bit at this and straightens up a little in her chair. And then she writes another word circling it. Destruction question mark.
This one is not sure whether you saw the shadows emerging from your home. This one can only assume that that is not normal occurrence. We are unsure what happened since.
She straightens up a little more again, blinking. And then she motions with her hand, like raising it a bit as if to go on, sort of.
This one was hoping that upon questioning you, you would be able to shed some light on the possible occurrences, and then we would be able to return to your home to investigate.
Then hit return. Okay, she straightens up stiff as a board and writes again. She writes, "Go back?" question mark, and she sort of stabs the pencil in the paper in a kind of, "Going back there? Are you mad?" kind of gesture.
2 of our officers were lost. This one would like to see if they can be found. There is also the matter of your children. We are not sure whether they were in the house. We are not sure whether you remember this, but before everything went wrong, you had said that they were at school in Sigil. Have you managed to confirm their whereabouts in the small amount of time since we brought you back?
Her lips quiver, and she speaks finally. Have you seen them?
No, we have not.
Rose would like to ask, since she's keeping quiet for now, right? Ma'am, what is your last memory of your children?
I remember them being with my husband. I'm not sure how long ago that was.
Do you remember what year it was?
She freezes a bit. And you see her blinking as she tries to raise her fingers to like count them out, and her hands just sort of not getting anywhere. Or did you catch the?
She counts them out, but then
She doesn't seem to be able to come to a conclusion.
Hayes nods. The lady has been through a lot. We shall allow you to rest and perhaps speak further once your lawyer arrives. For now, we have a report to make. And then you will stand up and...
One more thing. My husband has not been himself as far as I know.
Hayes stops. Is the lady at liberty to elaborate further?
She shivers a bit as if trying to think of how to phrase it, her fingers tapping against the table itself. I know this may seem strange to some of you, but my husband has not forgotten a single birthday or anniversary in years.
And that is out of character.
He forgot Els. I think he was occupied with a book or something.
Al is one of the children?
Yep.
My daughter.
The two kids are Al and there's another kid. Amos.
Oh. You have 2 children, is that correct?
She nods.
Al and Amos.
Hayes will take out the drawing and show it to her. Does this look familiar to you?
Yes, it does. Amos drew that, and she blinks a bit. Near the pumpkin patch, we were having a picnic, and he kept insisting on something, and
Hayes brings her attention to the strange figure that was behind the tree, or something. Was he saying there was someone else there?
Let me make a roll.
That's a 15. Does she remember?
You direct your attention to that, and Lady Luthia Strathfern gets up off her chair in an instant and screams.
Oh no.
Calm emotion, Alara.
Okay.
And like the two mercy killers that were standing there stoically, like one of them drops all the papers, like closing his hands. Ah! The other one like falling back over the chair in shock.
Okay. Like, what do you mean by scream?
Okay.
Is it like a pain scream or an angry scream?
Okay, it's because your haze. I will allow you to try and differentiate this with an insight.
Can I use animal handling?
No.
Hey.
Okay.
The rest of you
call
Shot
her an
was worth a
animal.
shot. Was worth a shot.
14's good.
Okay. Haze, this seems to be a scream of fright and horror.
Oh, that's good. She's remembering something.
What about the rest of you? It's just like suddenly there's just like, you know, the prison always has like moans and screams and all that. This one just like cuts through all the rest in an instant in point blank range.
Rose is making sure the door is shut, and then she's gonna glance to Alara and ask her, calm emotion, do you have calm emotion? Do we need calm emotion?
How do
She's
you
panicking
even
also.
know what the spell is?
Oh no.
No,
Alright,
is the
we're
lady doing
hoping
anything
on
else?
No, if she's just screaming and
Okay,
if Rose is
I'm
doing
gonna-
something, I'm just going to
Okay,
block her
I'm done.
and
So
let it
what
happen.
You guys do.
Just let it happen.
I'll let it happen.
Okay. And if I can do another thing, I would like to do a quick look around the room to see if there's like anything that's there that shouldn't be there, kind of thing. Like, is the room safe? Is the
It's a room of
safe?
stone walls and a metal door.
Okay, the room is safe.
Any
Very
scissors?
The room seems safe.
Any sharp objects on the table? Anything that she can use to like throw?
Well, there's a pen, but you don't think she's going to kill anyone with it.
Okay, fine.
The mercy killers also have weapons, but currently one of them is attending more to his own ears, and the other one is like,
Picking up the paper that he dropped all
No.
over the floor.
excuse me, you three are the only calm people here. The other mercy killer is like, oh damn it, it's just magical, can't hear ears.
Rose isn't exactly calm though. She's a bit
Well,
panicky.
Alara and Haze are
I'm looking at Rose to like, I'm putting an arm out that says, you know, you gotta chill. To Rose,
Yes,
like,
he is-
let this
he's
happen.
will attempt to calm her down with light physical contact of claw on shoulder.
claw on shoulder.
What is
Is
the
that
matter?
going to help? Claw.
What do you remember?
Like physical. I would say this is a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm so good at that.
Or performance.
Oh,
Ah,
17.
that's good.
I'll take it. Performance is just as bad.
Okay. Well, you don't freak her out by initiating this physical contact.
Whew,
But-
that's a win.
Her face, like with the mouth wide open, everything, just turn your direction now. Like the full blast of the scream is at you now.
Okay. Does she eventually stop screaming?
She has to
Are you gonna
breathe
wait it
sometime.
out?
Yes.
Okay, if
He's
she
gonna scrunch his face at the screaming, like, oh, discomfort.
if she goes on, Rose is going to try to help. What's his name?
What do you mean
Hayes.
if it goes on?
It is
That
going
means
on.
that means when Hayes touched her, she continued screaming, right?
Yes.
So Rose is going to go up to her as well and try to touch her and say, "Lady Stratman, please calm down."
persuasion.
It's all right. We're here. There's no one else. Hopefully. Oh no.
Disadvantage.
What?
Because I talked to my.
Because you said
What?
hopefully.
Oh shit. Hang on. Character sheet. Persuasion, right?
Yeah.
Is it coming up?
As
7.
soon as she takes a breath, I'm going to say, are we done?
Let me make a roll.
Yeah.
Is that her
After a
will
while, she just slumps back into the chair.
Is there another chair I
Her
can pick
eyes
up
are
and
still
sit down?
open, but she's slumped into a chair.
Can I sit down in front of her? Is there another chair?
Does one of y'all want to make
Yeah.
a medicine check?
Well, like none of the mercy killers are sitting in the chairs now, and it's like,
Okay, I'm going to check her for delirium and exhaustion.
two mercy killers look at you. Okay, are you okay with dealing with this sort of thing? We normally just do arrests.
Hmm?
Indeed, this is something unusual.
All right, we'll be right back with some backup.
Hayes nods. Oh, where is the proper place for one to make a report on?
We'll get back to that.
Hayes nods.
They head out and close the door behind you.
Okay, good. They know. All right,
So-
Alara, what were you doing?
I'm checking her for delirium and exhaustion, first of all. Because she just belted.
Check her vocal cords for tears.
Nah, she'll be fine.
Okay. She looks exhausted now, as if that just took a whole lot out of her. And given that it would have given that the prison is now silent around you, that's quite a statement.
I'm going to...
Delirium-wise, well, her eyes still seem to be following things around, but she's just heavily breathing now.
I'm going to touch her hand and then cast healing word, like speak out something nice, probably. I say good, and then healing words her. Probably won't do anything, and then I'm going to look at the direction she's staring at. You know, like watching a cat.
Okay. Well, she's now looking at you all as if trying to reaffirm that there are indeed still people around her and such.
Does the healing word do anything?
It's like discomfort. What?
Well, it seems to help a bit.
Okay,
Ooh, 7.
it's a nice 7. Okay.
And then there's a knock on the door. Lady Strathfern, I'm here on your request.
I stand up.
That was a lot faster than I had expected.
Good. The faster the better. We
May
can
I
go on.
come in, Lady Strathfern? May I come in?
Rose, can you get the door, please?
He's
Okay, Rose will
Does
go.
she seem to be responding to this voice?
Not at the moment.
She's like
Rose will
space.
go up and open the door.
Okay. A dark-skinned elf steps in and gives a look over some of you, and then at Lady Strathfern. Ludia, I haven't seen you in a while, and then she straightens up, looking. I take it there's a situation.
Indeed.
I heard the screams. Something, Lady Strathfern, can.
This one believes a drawing triggered some repressed memories. Hayes gestures to a chair that is next to Lady Strathfern.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're not bringing emotional distress to my client.
That was not this one's intention. However, given the circumstances, This one is afraid that emotional distress may not be able to be avoided. The
At the
lady
very
will
least,
brief you.
let us ensure that she is in line with this. Cressetti walks over to her, leans forward,
Hayes
and
nods.
starts singing a song in a slightly lilting language. Who of you knows Elvish?
Nope.
Rosa should.
No.
Me.
Wait, hang on.
You're
Not
not
there.
here.
You're not
Verity.
there. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Hang on.
No one knows.
Excuse me.
Can
Just give me a
Verity
second.
hear it from the shadow realm?
No, I know
mute
so
me.
well. Rose doesn't know Elvish or Dwarvish.
Okay.
It's like a commoner language.
Oh, that is a lot of languages.
Okay, so what happens? Well, Cressetti sings in a low lilting language. A bit odd considering her professional demeanor earlier. But Lady Strathern blinks a bit and starts to come to after a while.
Will the lady need some time alone with her lawyer? Hayes asks when she
That would be
sees.
appreciated, says Cressetti.
Hayes nods and gestures for everyone to sort of leave the room.
Before she leaves, Rose is going to look at Lady Straven and say, Lady Straven, it's okay if we leave you?
I think that's what she said. Hello.
Nope. Nope, the other lady answered, right?
Oh, was it
Cressetti
Cressetti
answered.
said
Okay,
it.
it's all Cressetti talking at the
Oh.
moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she's gonna ask Straven.
Lady Cressetti says, I have it here. Go ahead.
What kind of look does Lady Straven has on her face right now?
Yeah, that's what I want to
Still
know.
recovering slowly, but at least the tension has gone out somewhat, and her
think
mouth
if
isn't
she-
open anymore, thankfully.
Can I
If she
And
see?
Rose-
want us to leave, she
Oh.
would be able to just freak out again and shake her head.
Yeah, but
So-
I
Can
also
Rose insight on
Cressetti.
Lady Cressetti?
Yeah.
On what?
If she did
Is she
anything
sinister?
spell-like or whatever on the Lady Straven, because she seems to be talking on her behalf. So that's like,
That's what
no, yo,
lawyers do.
let
That's
her.
what
No,
lawyers do.
she was okay with talking to us just now.
Technically
yeah.
no, but okay. After she does that, I want to do another check to see if Cressetti has any sort of
Malevolent intentions?
kind of like,
Yeah.
is she grinning? Has she got like a slight tilt to her smile? Is she
Excuse me, this is a
squinting?
lawyer.
Well,
Insight check.
Okay.
okay.
22.
14.
Okay. Rosa, you're not quite certain where Cressetti stands in it. She certainly seems to be trying to get you all out as much as possible. Alara, it seems to you that there's some kind of a compromise here between a lawyer who knows that she's about to get a hefty fee soon, and while still trying to maintain some amount of well-being for the client.
Okay, as long as
okay.
she has the client's well-being in her mind
Okay,
positively.
I leave the
Okay.
room.
He's gonna wait outside because I think those other guys are gonna come back with how to give the report properly.
Oh,
Okay.
aren't we all waiting outside? Because I'm not gonna go far from the door.
Yeah, he's just wait outside the door in case.
Okay.
he's-
Meanwhile, Balasar and Fira, what are you doing?
Ooh, well done, guys. We did it.
Well, walk, I guess.
Okay. As soon as
Wander aimlessly.
Hayes and the others start heading away, you see Sargal take the nearest exit out of the prison.
Okay. Can I track him? Is that something? I don't know. That's something Fira can do. Can I attempt it as well?
Fira glances at him, and you can see he's brisk walking.
Okay, I track him. I look at Fira, and then I just like I nod, and then I keep a reasonable distance behind him, because I believe even if I lose track of him, Fira will make up for the slack.
Fira whispers, okay, what's the plan?
We're tracking him. Let's go. You go high, I'll stay on the ground. And then I go. He's brisk walking, right? I want to keep.
Okay, I need a stealth.
No problem. Gladly. I thought the 15, I thought the 16 was mine. 5.
Fira walks along casually, looking around at all the other things going on in the prison. You know, mercy killers walking past in their spiked metal armor and all that. Every now and then, a new prisoner being introduced, records being taken, and she whispers to you, "He knows you're after him."
Okay. All right. Elfira, like, it's all right. I will. I'm not one to stay and hide much anyway. I continue to follow him.
Okay, so you abandon all pretenses of stealth.
I keep a distance, like, you know what I mean, like
okay, keeping a distance and stealthing is impossible.
No. I'm not stealthing anymore, but like, yeah, I don't wanna like walk up to him and be like, hey, sup, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm gonna stay back.
Okay. You're losing sight of him because he's moving faster.
Like, yeah, I want to keep pace with him, if that's
you're not
possible.
keeping pace.
Okay, I want to keep pace then. How do I keep pace?
Speed?
It's 30.
Yeah, you're losing him.
Okay. Is there anyone immediately around me?
Yeah, there's mercy killers and all that.
Shit.
This is the prison.
Okay, I'm gonna start, like, he's brisk walking, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start running.
Okay. He stops, turns around. What?
You're walking too fast. I can't follow you.
Then go ahead.
Go ahead and follow you?
He steps aside, like giving you room to pass. Go ahead, then. Go wherever you need to.
Are you stupid? What? Did you not hear me?
The hell do you want?
Look, you may have all of my friends. You may have all of my acquaintances fooled with your apparent care for them. But you're hiding something. And I want to know what.
Who isn't?
I'm not.
You're hiding a whole different person inside you.
If I'm hiding him, how do you know about him? It's not a secret.
The both of you.
Exactly. It's not a secret. So I will reiterate. Are you fucking stupid? I do believe you are.
Seems to be studying you, his red eyes intent.
I do believe you're a lot smarter than everyone gives you credit for. So talk. What are you hiding?
So the two of you are two different people. That explains the smell.
I don't have and am not willing to give you the patience that those idiots are. Why? What are you hiding? Why are you in such a hurry? Why don't you want to be with the group?
Because you all are planar level disasters?
Let's see, what do I have? Can I like green flame blade the ground, like where I'm standing? Can I like smash my quarterstaff into the ground and like make green flames come out?
Probably not a good idea to do in the prison, but just
There's a
put that out there.
pause, and you see Sagal's eyes flicking upwards and around you as the creaking of metal stops and comes very purposefully towards you. What do you think you're doing?
Who's asking that?
There's 4 mercy killers standing around you now.
We're just having a little bit of a chat here. Don't mind me, officers.
We have a private room you can chat in.
I do believe my friend would rather talk outside here, wouldn't you?
Officers, I have nothing to do with him. We can see that. So please follow us.
And if I don't?
One of the clueless. Well, say, it's not every day that happens. Please humor us. We would like that very much. Kira whispers, Balasar, these people are more well armed than some of the Turok Mal I know.
I'm controlling my temper. Very well. I will choose to not humor you today. Maybe next time.
They lead you to a cell.
What? Why? What? It's a set. What did I do? You fucking pieces of shit.
Saga is out of sight as soon as you're brought away as well.
Yep. As I... so angry.
Fira shrugs.
We're both in the cell, right?
Huh? She's no, she's not, but she's standing outside.
this fucking mercy killers, I swear.
Okay. Balasar, I don't think you know how things work here.
Clearly I don't. Can you
This is a tribe that's better armed and more well plentiful than the lot of us. And you're in their house, sort of.
Well, it's not like I was hurting anybody. so I don't understand the sentiment.
You pull a weapon in someone else's hut, they get angry.
Only if they're afraid they can't defend themselves. Why are they so afraid if they're so confident in
Balasar,
themselves?
they were itching to gut you. I could see it in their eyes. I'm actually not sure why they held it back.
I don't understand.
Bring Adam back, we'll talk.
Very well. I gotta make a roll, right? Last I remember.
If you're willing to, there's no issue.
Okay. I go up in flames. Does that attract any more people to my cell?
Thankfully, not for now.
Okay, so I go up in flames.
We're like, officers, the Dragonborn, he's escaped.
and the scales remove themselves, and the fire in my eyes die down a little bit. Ooh.
You find yourself in a cell and fear outside.
What?
Right. So before you do and say anything, this is what happened.
Okay. Fill me in, please.
Fira explains what happened since you all got back and such. And she does give you a curious look. Why did you change to Balasar there in the middle of the house?
Okay. Do you want the short answer or the long answer?
Actually, never mind. I don't really want to know.
Okay, yeah.
But this is what happened, and this is where you are now.
Why was... Okay, give me a second. I close my eyes.
Fira explains, Balasar pulled out a weapon and cast a spell in the middle of...
That fucking idiot. Why would he...
Saga.
Okay, apparently he's angry. What happened? Did anybody like...
Okay, Fira gives you the TLDR.
Okay, and then with the TLDR, I'm like... Why is he so angry that everybody's so against him? He needs to get used to it. It happened to me too. This man, he needs to relax. Damn it. Now I'm in jail because he can't relax. How do I get out of here? Can I just... Did they say that I have to be here for like a long time? No?
Fira looks around. Well, remember what happened when we tried leaving the cells on the first night?
Oh god. She with the TLDR, she probably said like in the hour I have to meet.
She said like, well, they look like they are looking for an excuse to cut something down.
All right, let's not give them one. You told me earlier that we have to meet Alara back in an hour, right?
I'll go tell them.
Yes, please do. Thank you. I'll stay here.
Please don't get into any further trouble. I can't help.
Magic's off. Don't worry. I'm not that stupid.
Okay. You don't know what Sagal gets up to. Okay, so the rest of you are
What the fuck?
Oh, you tried, buddy. You tried.
I'm stuck in the jail now.
You did good. You did good.
Angry.
Clap. You did good.
You did good.
Sagal used taunt. It was super effective. Okay, Hayes, the two mercy killers return with some others, and it looks like one of them has a special pair of manacles, and the other stuff that the other some kind of a guard that you put inside the mouth to stop people from biting their tongues and such.
Mm-hmm.
They're still standing out there. What happened?
The lady's lawyer arrived, requested some time alone.
Oh, that was fast.
Indeed. Extremely so.
Lawyers, I tell you. They've got all the portal knowledge in the city, if there is one. Right. So, they put the stuff away. Reports then?
Yes. Do I have to do this in character or can I just, like, blah?
What do you want to tell us that we should relay to the higher-ups?
Okay. I will give the nature of our task and Sagal's report on what happened with him and Sael specifically. And then how Verity has likely stayed behind to
Wait, hold up. Sile's missing, and
indeed that was those were the first things I mentioned upon returning.
so you're telling us that Sile saw a strange mirror and went up to investigate.
Allegedly.
He's smarter than that.
This one thought so too. Perhaps we can question the person that he was with at the time.
I think you want to find him soon and fast. What else?
Was there anything that was not mentioned in the report?
Okay, so nature of task, Sagal's report, what else?
And the plan moving forward, which is to go through the report, to go through what we managed to take, and then return to find Governor Navar.
Planning to go back? Well, we'd like to know what you end up sharing with Officer Aram as well, and if you're going to head back there, I think you're going to need a strike force.
He's kind of just like looks around.
I am the strike force.
We have that under control, I believe.
No, you don't. Not from what. Well, you end up retreating with 2 officers gone. I'd say no.
This one believes that using unduly force could cause the same reaction. Perhaps exploring without triggering the trap would be best. However, if the Mercy Killers decide otherwise, this one will not stand in opposition to your efforts to reclaim one of your own.
We'll see what the higher-ups think.
Haze nods. And then Haze will turn to Alara. Do you think you will be able to find Sagal?
I look at Rose. I'm sure we should be able to. He is fast though.
Did not mark him or anything. But I can try to track him down, I suppose.
We did, but he decided to just bail.
Yeah, well, DM, would
we
I be
know
able
if he
to try and
bailed?
track him with survival?
Like, do we know if he bailed until we go out? Because we have no news.
Let's see. Sagal kind of hung outside, and he seemed to have wandered off for a bit.
Has it been 1 hour?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Okay. Do you need him now?
This one is concerned that he will not return.
I had the same concern. Do you have anyone, you know, maybe Aram has better spells to find him?
Did someone mention my name?
Like I perk up. I'm like, what? Oh, what
Just
is
in
this
time,
flamboyant
I
voice?
hope.
Indeed.
The elf appears with a flourish, nodding, and he looks significantly better than yesterday.
You are
Fluffing his
looking
hair
well.
down a bit and glancing at all of you.
Oh wait, I don't think any of us saw him.
Yeah, only Verity and
Yeah.
Sayo did.
Okay.
Like, who is this
All
flamboyant
right.
man?
And as far as you can tell, his perfect thing has never been
Yes.
broken.
Looking well as always.
You're too kind. You're too kind. So,
Perhaps.
I asked for a pink room, but they couldn't deliver. So,
Do we have a room in which we can, like, go through all the stuff and talk?
well, seeing as you were talking a great deal with the others here, I don't think he'll make a difference, frankly. Most of the time, they don't even notice anything.
Very well. Hayes will.
But let's not let it be said that we can't be accommodating. Aram waves one of his hands and pulls out of thin air an end of a rope and more of it.
Oh, rope trick. Hooray.
Yes.
Magician.
Ladies first.
I climb in.
And then we all enter, I suppose.
Or is Rose entering too?
Yes, Rose will.
Okay. Was he there when Hayes was going through the report, or will he have to just repeat himself again?
Okay, you can give him the summary and all that. I mean, are there any details you're giving differently?
No.
Okay.
We're actually pretty, what do you call that? Honest as players, as characters.
Okay.
Yes. Like, Hayes has no reason to lie.
Neither.
He frowns after a bit and
Do you have any knowledge of what that shadow could have been?
oh dear. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You say you have notes of the governor?
We have found some things in his study.
Oh
We
yeah,
were-
where are the
did not have the
briefcases?
time to go through them. And then you present the briefcases.
Oh, they were with us all along.
Yes.
Have you shown any of these to the governors?
No.
Don't.
We have been here for the past, however many minutes. We did not have the time to do anything like that.
All right. Just as well then. Governors can get very touchy when research goes around without their approval. And if my hunches are correct.
Oh, Hayes will also recount the events that happened with Lady Strathburn. Like how we spoke for a while and showed her the picture and then she freaked out.
So, this creature has mental capabilities. It is... Have you gone through any of these yet?
Negative.
All right. He begins sifting through and starts tossing aside the children's nursery tales and other irrelevant matter.
I guess we assist him. Might as well.
All right.
From-
Investigation with advantage.
Can I use my passive of 15?
Roll first. If it's worse
Okay.
than your passive, then a passive.
Oh,
Oh, it's better.
okay.
Your attention is drawn immediately by several ragged-looking notes that are make no sense to you of markings.
Oh, okay.
And Aram
language I don't know.
picks up on this after a while. A cipher. Very good.
Oh, I saw something in Rose's language list earlier.
All right. Together with Aram working, You begin to piece together a small little story of sorts.
Mhm.
Okay, let me see this.
Oh, from our rope trick, we can see the door to Ludia's room, right?
Yeah.
Should be.
Okay, I'll say, what particular information is your top priority?
Oh, well. Hmm.
If he is on the run or hiding from something.
Mm, I
Okay,
think
so roll
anyone we're looking for anyone he was sort of involved with that we do not know yet. Like anyone new.
Alara?
Pretty much, yeah.
Sorry for you to speak up.
Pretty much that. It's trying to find a thread that we can pull. So,
Like something
any
that might not
names?
add up.
Yeah, any names that would be there that are quite hidden, sort of.
That duplicates Hazel's question. So something else?
Those shadow things
A place maybe.
that trap. Like I'm thinking more of
Sorry.
Verity.
Because you have limited time to try and research this. So
Me-
like, what? Rose has her question. Hayes has his. What's Alara's?
Can I suggest help?
Alara, what's your question? Your research topic?
Okay, does the research involve only Navar or can it involve Verity related stuff?
Why would it be
Well,
Verity
Navar
related?
stuff. I mean, well, this is Navar stuff.
Yeah,
so
the notes.
Oh,
We're looking through the notes right now.
what's your research topic? You have limited time.
I actually have none. Anybody have like a thing?
Yeah, can I help to suggest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Names of any places that pops up. Because Hayes is looking for people names.
Okay. Names. All right. So the first thing it can be seen is. Okay. The first question. Aram, with your help, manages to get to some parts of what appears to be a journal. Something is wrong. I find myself waking at odd hours in the morning, in places other than my bed. It is not the first time that my work has gotten the better of me, but my dearest Ludia continues to remind me to watch my health. Elle's birthday is coming up soon, and it simply won't do for her to have less than full familial support. And subsequently, I missed it. Inconceivable, I would say, but for my daughter's words. I have not missed a single critical family moment in over 2 decades till now. I can only conclude that my current line of work is taking an unhealthy toll on my body and mind, and that I should have a word with the courts first thing tomorrow light as to whether I need to take an extended holiday.
Is there a date on that?
Navar points out the neat script and such. This seems to be about 8 years ago.
I see. Oh, the handwriting here, is it familiar to the stuff in?
It's very neat script.
Okay, so it's the neat script that was in the garden.
Aram looks. This is the only mention I can see about any form of travel plans. Let's see about the other questions, shall we? Anyone on else? Let's see. Ah, yes, a place here in the notes. It was a strange theory to go on, but I'm now more than convinced. The reason Jamoril, the exile, and even the elusive Rule of Three could not find the book was perhaps because they were precisely looking for it. Records suggest that this tome in question has been found by those more aligned in the wishes of simply discovering and the joy of doing so, rather than attempting to make use of the topics within. What does this bode? And why is it that I was able to find it in the exact bookshop? The name of a... Give me a moment here. The name of a bookshop appears.
Oh.
It is... it mentions Kesto Bright Eyes. Kesto Bright Eyes runs the shop, an Aethar who believes in bringing knowledge to all rather than keeping it in the hands of the divine. Kesto himself seemed quite confused at having this in his inventory.
To my
Perhaps
knowledge, is this a famous bookshop?
Oh yes.
Okay.
It's not, well, some would say not so, in that it's a terrible business the way it's run, but the proprietor seems more interested in sharing knowledge than, you know, like...
Making money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a bit of a dingy place in the lower wards.
I see. Okay.
And as to places, very odd one. He looks through this. I have had dreams, strange dreams since reading. I imagine myself flying, not unlike the dreams of youth, except here I can see the perfect geometric form of wings. I can see poetry in motion, soaring. I can see architecture that blends the grand spirals of the infinite numbers, together with purpose, meaning. It is a vast metropolis, one I have not thought of or read of before. It spreads endlessly, teeming with life of a distant kind, one that fades and flutters as I near it. I must know more.
That's in his dream, was it? Man, having Verity would sure be useful right now.
Aram pauses. Are you all starting to see some kind of a connection yet?
Indeed. It seems something about this book has infected him. And it...
I find it interesting that in none of these journals is the title of the book mentioned.
Good reason, perhaps.
Should we scan
Actually-
the papers for any other mentions of the book, perhaps?
Okay. This is another investigation check for each of you.
Ooh,
Perhaps there's
okay.
some kind of illusory script. Oh,
19.
oh, 0 modifier. Let's go. Rose.
Rasta. Oh, rule of 3 is a person.
Rosa Ironhammer.
Okay. The name of this bookshop is the Parted Veil Bookshop at L25.
Parted Veil Bookshop.
L25. A lower ward.
Mhm.
Okay. So anyway, as you all are investigating, both Hayes and Alara notice something strange. Aram just goes of it. Strange that the title should not be mentioned anywhere. As you are looking for it, you realize there's a small little blank space wherever you think a title should be.
Ooh.
I point
We
to the
point
space.
that out.
Shouldn't there be a title here somewhere? It seems odd to be having double spacing.
Oh, the space, does it look like it was erased or that it's just
Clean.
empty? Okay.
Clean.
This one believes that the book does not wish to be known. and perhaps has some kind of magic to it.
You say the ink itself seems alive.
Indeed.
Similar to the ink that tried to kill us, perhaps.
This is not good. I've only heard tales of such things, mind you, given that it would be insanity to write about these dangers if
Can
it
I-
were so capable of manipulating the written word.
Can I detect magic real quick?
You detect no magic here other than Aram's own rope trick.
Yeah, okay.
Rose is going to mention about the prophet and the ink thing from Mitalgaring. She's going to say, so back when where I was from, we used to have this prophet who kind of mixed his ashes with ink. So they kind of imbued the ink with his soul. Have you heard of things like that around here? I mean,
That's
Sigil is a big
rather
place to...
morbid. I
Yes,
have
it
heard
was.
tales of such. It is
Do you know anything about it?
not to draw too fine a comparison, but in front of near the mortuary, there is a pillar of sorts erected. It is where names are carved on, that the dead may forever be remembered in them. And to draw an analogy, there were some in history who believed that true immortality came in the stories, in the words that spoke of them. I wouldn't call it lichdom. This goes beyond.
Did they mix their ashes into the book's ink as well?
In some cases, yes, but books are ultimately perishable, and this suggests something more. The ink itself was alive.
Do you know anyone who we can follow up about questions about this? Maybe the dustman?
I hate to say, but if there's someone that knows about obscure laws that are not written down, it would probably be the governors.
Are there any governors that you particularly
Unless you wish to
trust?
try and take a more metaphorical approach with these sensates, but they're not very much involved in the law of things, and I suspect they may be more interested in the debates.
What would the sensate be able to offer us? I mean, in terms of this knowledge.
The sensates, well, do you not know them? They enjoy experiencing everything, and I've been told that there are sensates that even try to experience death itself. Anyone that crazy would, anyone that passionate will likely at some point have encountered something similar. There's also the chance that the fated might know something, but goodness knows what kind of price they might demand for that knowledge. The Aethar might also speak of dead gods that try to preserve themselves. So actually, the more you think about this, the more I suspect every single faction in Sigil might know something.
Okay.
Just in their own different way.
Out of character, I'm totes down for bringing Adam to this bookshop and see what he finds. 'Cause maybe
Totally.
he can find this book.
Yeah, he's a quick reader.
Okay. So for now, I suppose we are facing an entity capable of manipulating the literal written word. You will not want to bring written word anywhere near this entity. We can also presume it has at some point manipulated Navar.
Indeed.
Wait. He looks up, eyes serious. These events suggest that things happened, from what you said, 6 years ago. Navar was behaving strangely.
Mm-hmm.
He nods.
The journals are 8 years ago, discussing the possible travel plans, and
Indeed.
How long ago was it that Navar published his findings?
That was also 6 years ago, right?
Yeah, I should say so on the book cover. I remember.
Was it still Navar?
This one is doubtful.
And he looks up. Oh gods. The book. I mean, the findings. They were published, weren't they?
There has to
He's
be an
not.
original manuscript.
We have something that manipulates the written word, and Navar has published a manuscript which is I'm going to make a few sendings. Could you all please be on hand for a bit? I'm at a bit of a loss here.
Of course.
He's nods. Oh, poor guy. He's stressed.
He's stressed. Do you know which publishing house? Maybe we can go have a look as well.
It doesn't matter now. It's been circulated. And the culprit is there's something that knows how to manipulate the written word.
It's been 6 years. Don't you think if anything were to happen, it would have happened by now?
It's clever. If anything, if
What's to say it hasn't already?
it's true. What again is the people who like to read stuff? The group of people? It wouldn't be the sensates.
Not just the sensates, any bibliographer or someone with a keen intellect. Oh gods.
May I ask, is there anything significant that happened in this last 6 years then?
Excuse me, this is
That you know
Sigil,
of.
my dear. I can't keep track
Yes.
of what happens within the past week.
Oh no.
Well, what happened in your past week, might I ask? Would you
Well, what I
consider
mean
any of it
is-
interesting?
Well, our ship crashed. That's probably the highlight of our... Has it been a week? She
No.
looks at Alara.
It's been barely
Well,
5
there
days.
you go. But anyway, if you can't really pinpoint anything specific, it's probably hasn't been... Nothing bad has probably happened yet.
Oh, you primes are so optimistic sometimes. There's something in the vast mention. Is that confirmed? Are we in agreement?
Yes.
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 He's not.
We would like to find a way to go back there as soon as possible.
I would normally say no, but if that's the puppet master or whatever's in control, and we need to get to the source of this.
Yes, Sile and Verity are still there.
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry? Weren't you
We
updated
told
by
him
then?
that.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that they were under pressing matters and not as...
No, we told him about that, like,
told him
when
the
we
whole thing.
recapped everything.
No, that means he got like secondhand information that was a bit inaccurate.
right.
They didn't manage to
I
come
feel
back with
pain.
us.
Yeah, because we
Dear Aram.
told him about what happened and that
Yeah,
they got
we pretty much said
Yeah, like we told
play
them
by
earlier.
play.
Have you tried contacting them?
Communications while we were there were not forthcoming. We have not tried the more powerful magics, however.
Very well, I will try.
Could you sending to Verity?
Something a little bit better, I hope. Give me a moment.
Oh,
Something better than
telepathy.
singing.
Okay, let me see what this is. Aram sits down a cross-legged position and seems to go into a sort of trance. Oh no, bye, Lena.
What
Lena
happened?
gotta
She
go.
needs to go off.
She's leaving early.
Ooh, okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Shit.
No,
There
no,
goes
no.
that tracker.
I'll still be on voice. I'm trying to get my my character sheet so someone can roll for me
Oh, okay.
next time.
Okay, don't worry about the mechanical things.
DM will help you. Natural
Okay.
one, natural one.
And this is when Aram frowns a bit. And he opens his eyes again. They are blank, just clear.
Is that normal?
You're not sure, Hayes.
Can I tell if it's normal?
He assumes that this is all part of the spell.
Rose is gonna try call out his name. Mr. Aram?
Like, do I know if this is normal?
Alara, you're not exactly sure yourself either. It's not ascending, much you're sure of. Rose calls out for Mr. Aram. One of his hands raises, grabs his staff, and then starts tapping it against the ground.
Morse code. Morse code. Morse code.
Is it a cipher? Do I need to roll?
Okay. I assume none of you have the language of the Modrons.
No.
Okay. Any of you have thieves' cant?
No.
None of us are rogues.
Any of you have something to do with ciphers?
Lena.
Rose-
I have
Rose has
cipher
cipher.
for linguist.
Okay.
I have secret signs with Fira.
Rose, I need you to make. Okay, what are your proficiencies? So let me just check quickly. Which one is which one is most relevant to ciphers?
Hang on, I will put it up on Discord though. Oh no.
Okay, I can see. Core. Okay. Arcana, investigation, persuasion. Investigation.
Yeah, wait, can someone roll me a d20? I will
Yeah.
let
It's
Shah
plus
roll
7.
it.
Rosa
Or
has plus
does
7.
no, do you wanna roll it since
Keep roll.
I'm not there. What?
Never mind. Roll in my stat.
Just roll.
Roll a 20.
20 plus 7.
20 plus 7. Got it.
Whoa. Dang.
What? How much?
Wow, when you said 20 plus 7, he meant he took it for real.
I'm going to now get $20 million.
That's
Didn't work.
27. It's a clean 27.
Oh shit.
I understand everything.
Okay.
Writes it down, reads it out.
Let me see if there's a... Give me a moment, I'm trying to see if there's a music for this.
Shit's intense, yo.
YouTube adverts. Haha, this works. Okay, music. Rosa, you realize this is a form of code. One that is sparingly used even in Mithalgaring, although some of them do study it as a matter of interest seeing how other nations sometimes feel the need to conceal messages, particularly when they do not want to be overheard. Rosa, I assume you either translate this or write this down.
All right. If there is a paper, she can write it down.
We have lots of paper.
Okay.
Well, one of the papers. Then she'll turn around to a blank site and write.
Okay. That's what you get.
Huh? Huh?
Oh wait, Rose can't see roll 20, right?
No, I'm sorry. Well,
says-
everyone can see it. Can you read it to me? Or
It says this
so?
was Navar Straffen.
I'm a little faster.
I also know.
This was Navar Straffen. Okay, what does that mean? Wait, wait. Oh, everyone's so helpful. So happy. What does that mean? She says. She looks at Hayes and Alara. Is it more? Is it still going on?
No, that was the response for the first time.
Huh.
Can you?
Okay,
you-
so
can you
she's
tap
going to
him
try
back?
and say.
Can you tap him
Mr.
back on his
Navar?
shoulder or something?
She's gonna try to call out Mr. Navar now. Is there any more message? Where are you? Okay, she's gonna say, Mr. Navar, where are you?
This one is not very familiar with grammar, but does was mean past tense?
Reaching Aether complications time limited.
Which plane? A landmark, give us.
Wait, this guy was trying to contact Verity. What?
Exactly. But was though. Cartesian
Those seem to be
coordinates.
teleportation coordinates?
Do you know what these
Rosa,
coordinates
from
are?
what you can tell, this is something of a precision that Mithalgaring didn't even have, but it seems to suggest particular coordinates in a planar sense.
Okay. All right. Are you safe? Are you captive?
Alright, well, we have exact coordinates now. I guess we just go there. Oh. See, I'm feeling we just give this information to the Mercy Killers, and then they will force it for us. Safe house with 2 others. Oh,
Must be Verity and Asael. Yes.
Can we get them?
Oh, but I don't understand what does he mean. We can't go in directly. Then
How
how?
would you advise extraction?
What was the question?
Oh
How
my
would
god.
you advise extraction?
Navar's been hiding away in a safe house for 6 years.
Poor guy.
Can you
What?
blame him though?
In his
the
own
hell?
house.
I don't know if
We
it's in
should
his
bring him
own
a
house.
sandwich.
I think he
Okay,
ran away
okay,
or
let me
something.
rephrase. With the entrance in his own house.
Yeah, like the fuck. Oh my god, that means
maybe-
it's the mirror. It's the mirror.
Wait, what if the two others are... Oh no, wait. The children are probably not the two others.
Oh, it could
Please be Verity and Sile.
The two others. He was with his children.
Or that could have been not him with his children.
Appointment in aforementioned realm within personal residence.
Uh-oh.
Overlapping projections
The-
must be simultaneously
It's
destroyed.
like, you know,
It's
I
the
don't think he
mirror.
has any reasons to bring his children to do the book thing.
But for safety reasons.
Isn't it safer with his wife? I mean, like, he would be a primary target.
If you read correctly, with two others, presume intended contact.
Oh, yeah, that would be Verity and and the other dude, Sile.
Oh yeah, thank God. Wow. Saved by the Verity that's not there. Thank you!
Thanks to
You're
somebody,
welcome.
boys.
Understood.
That could have been the mentioned mirror.
This one
Understood.
believes
Your
that-
wife is safe for now.
This one believes that the core of the creature could be upstairs of Navar's mansion, which is why the program of the wife did not allow us to go there.
Second floor information?
With this information, we may proceed.
What does this mean?
Oh my god.
What does
He
this mean?
knows 9th level spells. So, okay. Understood.
Oh no. I think the Mercy Killers were right. We do need like a task force to go with this.
Swear.
But anyway, Rose relays the message. Your wife is safe. Be at ease for now.
That's one happy news we can give to Ludia.
Oh, does anyone have any final questions?
Rose will look to Alara and his.
Do you have knowledge of the whereabouts of your children?
I will shout on that. Where's your children?
Understood. Understood.
Does that mean all the documents that you guys have right now?
You know, we probably should have read that out loud for record purposes.
Well, you should have read it out because you are the one deciphering it, right?
Wait, for record?
I keep needing to mute myself. Oh, there you go. You can hear the motorcycles.
It's on the thing. I'm like writing it down.
Yeah, no, I mean like in the video we don't we don't have that
Yeah,
chat.
we do.
Just
I
eerie
put it there.
silence in the way that Aram keeps responding.
Yeah, because all we hear is just tap tap tap, right?
Yeah, the tapping's getting fainter and fainter. Final question.
His doesn't really have.
No, I got
Are
Are
nothing.
you sure? No regrets?
Okay. Question. Let's see.
Do you have
How can
maybe-
they be destroyed?
yes, does it have weaknesses? Known weaknesses of the entity.
Oh, he was talking more about like the parchments and everything, like the ink in general.
Yeah.
What does it mean when they say must be simultaneously destroyed?
We need to split the party.
So we have to destroy the mechanism in the house and something in the other realm at the same time?
We depending on you, Sile and Verity. Omakase kudasai.
Oh, I just thought of a good question. Does the creature have a name?
Oh,
Oh.
that's true. Entity, right?
Yes.
Sagal. Dun dun dun.
You can clearly see Rose does not treat the entity as a being. It's like, it's an animal, has no names.
Far plane entities are really dangerous, guys.
9th level, god.
We
Yes.
don't
Level
know
spells.
what the hell that is because we come from, we're scrubs.
Do we know? No, we know what valence means. Like
Well, we
Rose
know
learned
what
that
valence
fast.
means, but we don't know what the other one is. Far plane entity.
Yes.
What means?
I also don't know what category 5 far plane entity.
It's like kaiju.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but-
what is that?
Danger level 5.
Is it
Out
Godzilla?
of what? 10?
Are we
Of
fighting
what?
Godzilla? If it's 5 out of 5, we're dead, guys.
It has
It's like
9th
half
level
a
spells.
copy.
It could just like modify memory or something.
Exactly. Do you think
If
that's
there's a
what happened
wish,
to the
we're all
lady?
like-
Yeah, I can just wish we all die or something.
It's like, fuck.
What was also our last question was known weaknesses of the entity, right? How do we defeat it?
Oh shit! Have to
No,
ask who can
like-
we contact in the governor for, you know,
Oh yeah,
just
yeah,
so
yeah,
that we have
yeah,
a
yeah.
proof that he is, we got this from Navar.
Who did the
Like any-
governor contact before he went black?
We go for the factal. We have Malin and Sarin on our side.
That's what you think.
Main component is ink. Employ fire or light. Oh.
Hey, Belisar has a job.
Okay, I asked him for trustworthy contacts. That's all I think.
I think that is the last question. we
Aw,
got.
sad.
Aram like blinks and looks around. I'm sorry, no success there.
Are you kidding me? We have so
This
much
one
information.
Begs to differ.
That was a lot of help,
He looks
Mr.
at
Aram.
he looks to the side at his broom.
While
Alright.
you were casting your spell, we managed to converse with an entity that claimed to be Governor Navar. And then Hayes
What?
will show him the notes that
Rose has written.
Rose has.
Can someone
Yeah,
just
but-
do me a favor and read the notes? I still want it on record on the video.
Oh no,
Oh.
it's in the thing.
Um,
It's in the chat.
No. He wants.
All right,
She wants
thank
it
you.
read out.
Yeah.
It's quite
though?
long.
Yeah, it's
I won't
really-
read it out, but I'm driving. I'm sorry.
Well, where do you want to listen from? Like, we got the coordinates.
Yeah,
I think
we have
from
the coordinates.
breaching
all the writings.
ether complications.
Go,
time
Ben. You have the
limited.
best voice here. Do it.
Nap that
AET8721 ZYN 4726 Cartesian. Do not breach directly. Hostile entity without. Within safe house with 2 others. Presumed intended contact. Anchor point within aforementioned realm and within personal residence. Overlapping projections must be simultaneously destroyed. Enemy is Category 5 Farplane entity with 9th level valence capabilities. Type 7 reality manipulation. Do not proceed without governor protections. Thank you.
And then
And
there's
then-
like, they live as I do.
Yes, they live as I do. With your assistance we shall be free. Referring to his children. No contamination can be risked. Destroy all research and related records. Relating to the creature. It is malleable, but its main component is ink. Employ fire or light. Recommended protections, mind blank and freedom of movement. Window of destruction, 10 counts before reset.
10 counts again. Rose shivers like triggered trauma.
I wrote all of. Well, you got all of this. Oh my. I'm going to call for a meeting.
Hayes nods. Indeed.
Let's. All right. Let's all meet at 4, shall we say, at the city courts?
Hayes nods. What report should we give the mercy killers? Or shall it all wait for the meeting?
I'll handle it. I'll handle the paperwork. I think. Okay, is there anyone you think you can get on board to help?
Hayes thinks for a moment. This one can think of 2 individuals. Perhaps more. Turns to Alara.
I found
Who do you have in mind, Hayes?
half my crew.
Hayes looks at Rose like really? You gonna ask this? Who are the other 2 people that have been following us all the time?
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you meant someone like Harmon. Is 5.
But they don't have friends.
Yes. Wait. Out of character, is this what the second are like secondary characters are
choice.
for?
Your choice.
Can't really think of a good reason for Hayes to rope in the little trinket finder. So no.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
Aram says, "Oh boy, I think the Facto himself might want to have a go at this."
Does Hayes know what a Category 5 planar entity, far plane entity means?
It sounds bad. It's a governor sort of term.
Ah, okay.
Ask Aram.
This one is unfamiliar with the
Oh.
terminology, but
When
what does this mean?
when
Points to
all
that
right.
to see whether Aram knows.
It sounds bad. That's all I can say.
Anyway, when Aram mentioned the factal, can Rose sort of Rose is gonna mention, well, Factal Marlin did help us to cut off a connection between a planet entity and our friend. Maybe the Factal
I will
could
send him a
be.
message, but I don't guarantee anything about that.
Well, I do believe his skills might be really useful right now.
Also, how much information do you want to relay back to Ludia Strathman? We'll be seeing her in a few moments.
Come again, what's the question to me?
How
So-
much do you want to relay to Ludia?
To
I think we're asking that to
Aram and
Aram.
Hayes. Like, because you
Aram
guys are-
says, frankly, considering what the poor woman's been through, I wouldn't dump this on her head.
I think we can just tell her that her husband is well and alive.
I think I would rather not meet her at all. I don't like giving promises I can't keep.
So we'll keep her in the dark, yeah?
Smart man.
I'm heading to his place.
Hayes nods.
Right, so it goes without saying that the Harmonium, the Mercy Killers, and the governors will be informed of this to the fullest extent.
Indeed. What about the directors in the astral plane?
Oh, good grief, I wouldn't want them to be informed. They are already under suspicion.
Very well.
I hope none of you have informed them.
We have to
Not of
find
this.
Sagal immediately.
Their hellhound will be bringing them news of what happened at the governor's home.
Aram,
Can you stop him?
we're afraid that he might have left. Is there a way that we can find him quickly before he leaves?
Let's see.
Locate creature.
Because I don't have that yet.
I can attempt a scrying, but that'll take a bit of time. When was the last time you saw him?
How long has it been?
Yeah, half an hour?
I think
An
a bit
hour?
more.
45 minutes?
Probably an hour and a half.
Reaching an hour.
Oh, so
Oh,
we
not
should
even
be...
an hour yet.
Because we're supposed to meet up with Fira and all an hour in.
Yes, we were planning on meeting up with him shortly, actually. If he does not turn up there, then it would have been an hour.
Do what you can, I suppose.
Hayes nods and proceeds to head toward the rope area of the rope trick.
Yep, same.
I know this seems like a bit of tall order, but will you all be helping?
Yeah.
Definitely anything to get this done with.
For Verity's sake?
Definitely for Verity's sake.
I also do kind of want this to be done quickly. I don't think it's right with the experiments after all.
Alright, tell the others to get prepared.
Yeah, jump out, slow fall.
Yeah. Hero landing.
Okay. We head toward the place where we were supposed to meet.
Yeah, because we're not telling anything to Ludia anymore.
Will Sagal be there? Oh, it depends. Like, I expected like the door to Ludia's room to open halfway through, and she'd be like, "Oh, where are those people?" But if
Nah,
that
it
has
seems
not
that it's
happened-
still closed at the moment.
Okay.
There's a bit of laughter from the other side.
Ah, is that fine?
Very, very good.
We'll go meet up with the rest.
And when you arrive at the meeting point,
Actually,
Yeah.
Hayes will sort of knock on the door to Ludia's room.
The laughter stops immediately, and you hear Cressetti's voice. Lady Strathfern would prefer not to be disturbed. What is going on?
This one would like to inform you that we do not need to meet for questioning any longer.
That is good news. Appreciated.
Very well. And then we go to the meeting point.
All right.
Otherwise, they might just be like waiting there for the whole time.
Adam, you are in behind bars.
Yep, I've been
The
meditating.
meeting time is nearing. What are you going to do?
Meditating the whole time. Oh, did Adam get his little power up, or am I unpowered? Like, if you catch my drift.
The level up happened for everyone.
All right. Okay.
Level up.
I'm going to. Is there any hay inside
Hay?
the room?
I don't
Yeah,
think
is
there's
there
anything.
Like,
The
is there,
Mercenaries do not wish there to
is it
be the
empty?
mistaken impression that they are having a hotel of sorts.
It's
Hay
jail.
has been saved on.
all right. Okay, so here's what I do. I remember where the meeting point is, correct?
Yeah.
I dimension door to it.
Oh my god, why
Wait,
though?
Wait, meeting point. You were Balasar.
I have been meditating inside the room.
Wait, but Fira told you. Yeah, all right.
But Fira went to go tell people on your behalf.
She probably wouldn't have told me.
Huh?
But
no, she didn't.
you were
because,
there.
Because I was like, yeah. No. She told me because I was like, but we have to meet Alara in like an hour. I remember I said that, so she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if
I
you
dimension door to where.
why
Oh,
though?
and before I do, I leave a note.
Oh my god.
I write a note. Like I tear a page of the notebook. I write a note. It says, "Officer Hayes, let me out," and then
What the
put
fuck?
it on the ground. And then I
No!
dimension door.
Do you want?
It's okay.
What the?
I can just say this one does not know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh.
All
This
right.
is fabricated.
You all see that Sagal's already waiting at the point.
Nice.
He's washed himself up a bit. He doesn't stink so
Oh.
bad anymore, and injuries look a bit less bad. He looks in your direction, just nodding a bit faintly as he goes. You see Fira marching up towards. You see Fira marching up towards him and you all by extension, and then Adam poofs there. Sagal spins. What the?
Hey,
You?
what's up? How you doing?
Shouldn't you be elsewhere?
What are you talking about?
Glad to see all of you are on
Opens her
time.
mouth and closes it, glaring and looking around.
Where is the other one? He asks Adam.
He's a little upset. He's getting a timeout. So, what'd you guys find?
Is Fira there?
Yeah.
Fira's there. She's
Fira's
glaring
like
around.
she's like the fuck.
A significant amount.
I hope none of you got into trouble.
There will
We seem to
be another meeting in 4 hours.
In the meantime, I guess we should.
What do we
brief
do
you.
to burn time?
I'm gonna brief them on some of the important information that we found out, like the plain what's it level 5 BS that we can't fight.
Wait. We're not meant to say that in front of Sagal. Before that,
Yes.
Sagal, it has been brought to my attention that you are not permitted to inform the directors until perhaps after the meeting. Is this acceptable to you? This one recommends you take the time to rest. your injuries, and then how does he look compared with before?
He looks better now.
Looks good.
But the moment you mentioned that, his face was,
What's
I'll go sit down somewhere.
what's going on,
Have you
buddy?
gone to meet them?
What's going on?
Rose is gonna ask. Did you
need
go
to-
to meet them?
Rosa inside. Or rather, someone roll for Rosa.
What's
Kip,
your
do you want to try
insight
again?
one?
Kip!
I think.
I posted a picture.
Yep. Let me check the picture really quick. I gotta scroll up. What's her insight? I can't see. Fuck. I need to zoom in.
It's too small.
Yeah, it's really small. Wait, give me a second. No, nope. I saw it.
I'll just click on her sheet.
I saw it. I saw it.
Rosa has
+3.
oh, her insight's just 3.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Huh. I don't have any rule that's just +3.
Go, man.
Neither.
It's okay, you tried. Oh no, I do.
How much is it?
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
I'll go sit somewhere down.
That's okay. That's
I see this waffling,
Yeah.
and I have my hands folded, and then I look at Sagal and I say, Sagal,
Yes, ma'am.
did you do anything you weren't supposed to?
Well, it was permitted just a moment ago.
To?
Indeed.
Did you go off plane? Or rather, off sigil?
I did my job.
Hmm. I look at Hayes.
Very well. At the time, we did not know. Rest, Sagal. You are dismissed.
He looks a bit dejected after this, saying it, even though he was trying to get away earlier. All right, I deserve that much.
Have a good rest, man.
He's like a bad dog. Like, bad dog. I'm sorry.
No, he just said like he's just said it was like he didn't know. It's
No,
fine.
he's behaving like a bad dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aw.
Like that guilt.
Have a good rest, man. All right. Is he gone? Is he like out of earshot? All right. So guys, what's the juice?
I changed my mind about telling them about the level 5 bullshit.
What?
I changed my mind about telling them about the... What's it? Category 5, blah blah blah.
Rose.
Oh, okay. His will turn to Alara. Will you be enlisting the assistance of the rest of your
is
crew?
going to say to Adam.
Oh,
Whoa, Robo Rose.
What?
motorcycle road.
Rose.
Can Rose continue?
And she's gone.
Beep boop.
Meow.
Okay, anyway.
Okay,
anyway,
yeah. So you were saying?
Will you be enlisting the aid of the rest
Okay,
of you?
we need.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We'll be helping you as far as we can.
This one suggests we use the 4 hours to inform them of what is to come.
Right.
This one did not understand much beyond 9th valence, but that is enough to know that what we will be dealing with
Whatever it
will
is,
be deadly.
it's way beyond what we're capable of. If anything, the factors would be much better equipped to deal with that. If we can enlist
You're
their help.
talking like we're going to die. What's going on here?
It's a long story.
That I'm not allowed to know?
Well,
will
I'll
fill you
tell
in.
you. in a bit.
Can I try that again?
Okay,
Sure,
yeah,
go ahead.
go
We
for
can
it.
hear you now.
Okay. Rose is gonna tell Adam where we are going next. We need to leave all our books behind. That means your notebooks and everything with written words on it.
But
Can
why?
you remember that?
We
We
will
might be finding
explain in
something
due
with
time.
inks, remember? Remember the inks on the cutlet?
But this
for all
isn't.
your books.
We'll
this isn't-
explain.
We're just taking precautions.
Alright. But this isn't.
That means that probably includes your quill pen as well.
It's not a quill pen.
Whatever you used to write.
Fira looks up at the rest of you. Are we going to shoot another cadet?
It's going to be much worse, I feel.
Oh,
It's probably less scary than that.
Worse than that?
Indeed.
Fuck.
The Cadix we fought was injured, and even at its full strength was unlikely to be as powerful as the threat we will be soon facing. However,
Well-
we will not be doing this alone.
We'll
I
be
do not yet know
enlisting.
what the plans are.
We'll be trying to enlist as many people as we can.
Alright. Well, I mean, if you guys are walking into hell, I guess I'm tagging along for the ride.
And
This one is appreciative.
Belisar?
This one does request, however, that you do not bring the other one out without first briefing him.
I'll let him know. He's a little angry at you guys. What did you guys do to him?
We left him
Has-
to walk around.
Have you not
I
been
looked at
informed?
Fira, and then I go, why did something happen?
No, I don't think anything did. He's just like angry in
Fira
general.
looks up. Can you do something about the arrows? They weren't hurting those things early.
That's a good question. Hayes, do you know anyone or anywhere we can get better items, perhaps?
If you are going to be joining us for this expedition, to my knowledge, will the Harmonium be okay with providing them with
Magic
like,
weapon
loan gear?
enchantments are fine.
Yeah.
Those temporary ones.
Okay.
Okay.
Does
You will
Harmonium
be-
have an armory?
You will be provided with enchantments on your weapons. that
Harmonium
will
does
allow
have
them
an
to work.
armory, but it's mainly mundane stuff.
Yeah,
But
we
they
got
can
our
enchant.
javelins and shit from there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay, so I guess now we either brief these two or follow Alara to the rest of the people who may or may not be joining us, and then brief all of them together. What do you think?
One
I think
briefing is better. One briefing is better.
But what we can do
Yes.
is we can pre-brief the two since we have to go there anyway. Because, okay, DM, what's the fastest way for me to contact all four people? Because Kurok is out. And then I don't know where Blue Boy is. So it's just...
You can go. You can sending any of them.
Sending Tia.
Probably the fastest thing is sending to Jorman. Then he'll use his spell slots to do the rest.
Yeah, okay, so I'll send sending to Yormund, and we'll go back to the 12 factals to have a meeting there. Okie dokie.
Is there anyone that you do not wish to have in the expedition?
Good question. Anybody? Ben, do you remember anyone?
Anyone that we don't want to have?
I know.
I don't know, man. At this point, I'll even take Ulgar. Well, especially take Ulgar.
I don't
Looks
know.
like
I
he
feel
can
like
throw a punch.
he definitely can, but like I don't trust that thing inside him is not gonna like Hulk rage or get twisted.
What?
The thing inside him is like off for a few,
Like
for still like a
two
day, another
days,
2 days.
Yeah. No,
So
it's
up
another
to you,
day.
but Hayes would be okay with taking literally everyone.
Okay, so it's
Because
just
we literally need everyone.
we literally need everyone. So,
Another body.
no Kurok for Ulgar is on the bench at the moment. but we'll not be briefing him because we don't know where he is.
You can sending,
Yeah, you can contact him.
or you can ask Jorman to sending too.
Okay, well, we'll call him. So
If he
that's-
wants to come, that is.
Yeah, that's true. That's 5 people. Let's look at other people that we knew. Okay, there's Finala. There's Gasket. There's Imoltar if he wants to join. And that's all we have.
I mean, if you want, I could probably go
Wait,
search.
Let's find Gasket. Oh yeah, he's in the forge, but we
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
met him yet.
If you guys want, I could probably go find a Seek really quick.
Yeah.
4 hours is a bit of time. I could probably look for him.
Apparently he has gone to the place where people put on more masks. Probably
Yes.
the theater.
I was thinking like, you know, like a politician kind of place, but theater works.
Because,
Theater works.
like, lots of talking and masks, right? So theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do wear masks and talk to each other.
They talk a lot and wear lots of masks. Makeup.
Kitty?
Right. Oh, and the kitty. But we don't know where the kitty is. We don't know where Twitch is. We don't know where Seru is.
Talking to
Narcas.
my actual cat.
Oh, Kitty, do you want to fight too?
Hmm,
Okay,
she's
I think
walking away.
that's all we. No, come back. Okay, that's all we got. Until we find the rest.
All right, let's play this out a little bit. So, Jorman first. By the grace of Zenitha, I did not think to hear back so soon from you. What news?
Things have escalated very quickly. What do you remember Verity, the partner of Hayes?
Wait, if this is ascending, you guys can't talk back and forth.
I'll let this exchange go on.
Oh, okay.
Ah, that one, a very righteous, upright young man. Wonderful.
He has gone missing, along with another one. We were doing an investigation, and it went awry. And then we found out that whatever that's been withholding our people, and well, not our people from the Ark, but Verity and so on, is a lot more dangerous than we expected, and we're pooling a lot of our resources together to take it down.
Say no more. One good deed deserves another. Zenitha bless.
Can you quickly call all of our people to meet up at the 12 Factuals as soon as possible within the hour?
I'll relay the messages, but see if you need to convince some of them.
Thank you, Yeoman.
Mayweather will be with us as well.
Brilliant.
Right, who's the next one you want to contact?
Finala.
Evil ons.
But I was like, let me at him.
Hello.
Finala.
Who's this?
It's
Oh my
Alara.
goodness, it's you all.
Yes. How
made
how
it.
was the test?
Are colors supposed to be flying?
It depends. What kind of colors? Anyway, can you meet us at the 12 Factals within the hour? I have an urgent and very important task for you.
Are we fighting the good fight?
Yes.
Right, I'm sure this will impress them, all right?
I'll see you in an hour.
It actually will.
And then, after that, I will... Ahi and Tia are good to go, yes?
What is this Tia you speak of?
Friend of Tia. Salutations. There's a meeting
Yes.
for Tia and Ahe, and you may come, of course. At the 12 factals within the hour, I expect both of you and Tia to be there as well. That'll be a very important briefing.
It better be worth it.
I'll see you there.
Next.
Imalthar. Is he still at the morgue?
Just give me a second. You're not quite sure right now.
Okay.
Alara it is.
Imalthar, good to hear from you. Are you still at the morgue?
There were more corpses yesterday than today. It seems that there's some kind of a undersiegel conflict going on. None of ours.
That's good to know. If you're not busy today within the hour, can you meet us at the 12 factals? I have very urgent and very delicate news.
Is someone dead?
Someone might be, if we don't get enough help.
Very well.
Thank you. The next one is Noel.
This is Lady Levereth. How can I help you?
Lady Levereth. Good day.
Quib.
Will you be able to make yourself to the 12 factals for a very important meeting with your other aristocracy?
Well, business at the Grand Bazaar is a bit slow. I suppose I could make my time.
We'll see you in an hour then.
She nods to you and gives you back your proper term of address as she does.
Which I forgot, and which I forget immediately. Okay, I think that is it. Oh, wait, I can't speak to Gasket. He speaks in bark, 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 bark.
I
the
think
sending
Rosetta speaks Draconic.
Yes?
See this.
Is bark bark Draconic?
I
Is that
have
what you mean?
probably, I can't remember. I remember nobody could understand him.
Enables creatures with an intelligence score of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. How wonderful.
Does
At least
it
one, that's good.
understand?
Wow.
Let's get smart. Very generous. At least one.
At least one. He'll throw a wrench in it to break stuff. Good boy. Can we try a gasket?
All right. Let me give a bit of music since it seems suitable.
Benny Hill song. Go for it.
Whoa.
Hey, who's there?
Gasket. It's me, Alara. Do you remember Blue Girl? Good work.
Is this motherfucker just pretending not to speak English?
That bitch. Out of character saying that. Good to know you understood me the entire time.
Homeboy's been unmasked.
I will see you at the 12 factals in an hour. Or we'll find you and drag you there. Goodbye.
It wasn't me.
12 factals, 1 hour. We'll see you there.
Anyone else?
Anybody got any ideas? Anybody else? Because that's
The Rookmal guys are either decapitated, lost, or already gonna be at the 12
Excuse me,
factors. I
decapitated.
What?
Okay, sorry, blinded. There you go.
Okay, because still missing is Narpest, and Adam is gonna look for Asik, right?
Yeah.
Or can I?
I mean, like, if you
I mean,
let him.
we're sending Asik now, right? Yes, let's speak to Asik. Lifeline, who wants to be a
Sending
millionaire?
Touching this one's mind is strange.
Is it squishy?
It feels like wading through various fibrous threads, each with a identity at the end of it.
Huh. Do I know if I follow a particular thread that I go to the right one, or is it a touch and go concept?
Question, query, identification.
Alara, Angelica Hildegard von Klaus Wagner. Arkship. Is this Asik?
Confirmation, proposition, query.
12 factals, 1 hour, important meeting with all Ark. Attendance necessary.
Anticipation, trepidation.
See you there.
It breaks off without you quite entirely sure what exactly you just contacted.
I'm like, that was weird. It's like, oh, it's weird. Okay.
And then you realize those weren't exactly words you're receiving.
Uh-huh.
Just like some faint notes that seem to sound like it.
Huh.
Unfortunately, because sending allows everyone to understand stuff, it's not so weird.
Huh. Still. Probably still has a crinkled nose because it's like touching a wet sock. Probably.
I have a question. If sending is so powerful, if you don't understand someone who is in front of you, you can sending into their mind.
With 25 words.
Yeah.
And a 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really cannot get to that
I mean,
person.
the level 1 thing is there's tongues for level 3 as well, or comprehend languages.
But tongues doesn't it include every single language, even ciphers?
Everything.
No, not ciphers, no.
Oh.
Yeah. So if the person speaks in ciphers, you can't understand it anyway.
What about...
Ciphers are chosen when people think they are being overheard.
Okay.
But anyway, continue on.
That's interesting. But for this one time, suddenly sending is like super OP. I think that's it. That is everybody. Because Sarmia is missing. Warkatu doesn't want to pick up the phone. Sorrentina's an old lady. Twitch is having a nap somewhere.
Twitch. Did you try Twitch?
Do you still have spell slots?
I have...
I mean...
Whoa.
You...
Oh, damn.
But sorry, yeah, I'm sorry.
Good God,
Lena's
what the
skydiving.
fuck was that?
He's
Twitch is
skydiving.
sleeping at a sawmill.
Damn.
Lena, are you okay?
Oh my god, Lena's gonna play Twitch, right? Lena's gonna
Construction
play...
site.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Alright.
But, Lena, are you gonna play Twitch if I do a sending now to Twitch?
No, I mean, she was thinking about Sarmia, obviously.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Have we tried sending to Sarmia yet?
No, we haven't.
No, that's what she was thinking. Do you still have spell slots you can use?
Okay, so
Zenithar has infinite spell slots. What are you talking about? By the grace of their god.
Are you a warlock, Alara?
No, I am not.
I'll say you have 2 final sendings.
Okay, let's go with Sarmia, just in case. But I don't know. I go to Rosa and I go, what do you want me to say to Sarmia? What exactly are you trying to ask her? if she's indeed kidnapped or in
I
trouble.
think I messaged you before. Could you look up at the messages? It's noisy. I'm sorry.
I just see Kai going, God, 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 what the fuck? Okay.
Oh wait, it's either in huddle or in your message.
My ear.
If it sounds like that to us, I can't imagine what it sounds like to Lena.
I can't find it, bro. Do you remember what you wrote? Like the
Okay,
gist
so
of it?
it's basically, I don't remember word for word, but it's basically Nazgal knows where you are. I want to save you without him. Where are you?
Okay, so I sent that. What she said.
Yeah, and end it with Rose. Eta Rosa.
Yeah.
Or DM, is there a code word that Rose would have settled with Sarmia so that she knows a message is coming from Rose instead of being paranoid? Oh, who's this?
Not really.
Oh damn. Then it just like it was Rose.
Call you teacher.
Let me think. Response.
We have no safe words.
Banana.
I'll need to come back to you on a response for this one.
Okay. Last one, Twitch. Actually, try Seru. Wait, which one was Seru?
The bird boy?
Was it?
I know I don't know the name of the bird boy, and I don't know who Cyril is, so, maybe there's a correlation there.
Just people. Overwatcher.
Yeah, I was right.
Birdman. Okay, he looks legit. Okay.
He looks tougher than the little cat.
Okay, meow meow. I'm gonna have a nap. Bye, bitch. Seru it is.
That's your sending? Alright.
What? So to Sarah is like I think 12 factals, all of Arc, big meeting, attendance necessary. 1 hour.
You don't receive a response for this.
Okay. I guess that's it.
And I guess we shall stop here for tonight.
Whoa!
That was pretty
Whoa.
cool.
The rally by Alara. Oh.
The ready.
Finala the best.
Verity gone whole day.
Verity.
Oh, it's okay. I was in the shadows.
Verity wasn't gone. Verity was popping out and like saying things to you all behind your head.
Verity is the best. It's like, hey, by the way,
He's
this
so
question.
annoying.
Oh
He's
my
here
god.
when he's in my head, even when he's not here.
You have to learn the 10 commandments, Adam.
Verity pops out the shadows all of a sudden used to do things.
Oh, while you're
You have to
making
learn
juice.
to be compassionate, Adam.
It's like you're pouring water
What's in
into
my
a
head?
glass. Did you flush the toilet, Adam? For fuck's sake!
Do I have a third personality now?
It was really fun seeing you guys figure out the thing. That was fun.
It's like I know nothing.
To be fair, I spent my whole day in a jail cell. That was fun.
Why do you do this?
Sagal, though, he is so sketchy.
It's
Sagal
okay.
being sketchy.
It's like there's a lot of pull, but there's some push as well. Like he's doing everything we tell him to, but still kind of dodge.
No. I mean, you can still be very obedient and very friendly, but still be quite kind of dodgy. You know.
Indeed.
You can't hide from the dragon snout. He sniffs your bullshit a mile away.
Sniff, 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 sniff.
I just really wonder what happened in that Zella. I think they were fighting or something.
I feel like that as well. Or maybe he pushed Style or something.
Yeah.
It's like
could
shove,
be.
run away. And with that, we'll see everybody next week. We're still doing Tuesday.
There's a recording.
With less lumber mill noises.
With less lumber mill noises. Thank you everybody for watching.
Hopefully.
Unless you like lumber mill noises, then we can't help you. I'm sorry, that's your fetish.
Do we have some lumber mill noises for you?
Only $9.99 a month.
Guys.
See ya.
Oh, there it is! Okay, bye!
Bye.
In our last session,